Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. I'm rebuilding and transitioning from a purely in-network insurance model and prehistoric paper files and claims to mainly out-of-network and self-pay model with an EHR now. This has not been an easy transition after 20 years of practice. I'm overwhelmed by the shifts and rebuilding my caseload after losing clients due to the changeover to self-pay and out-of-network. Marketing myself at a desirable out-of-pocket rate has been hard for a variety of reasons. I know the switch is possible, but I'm having a hard time focusing on which tasks come first, continuing to treat my part-time caseload, and justify the pay increase in my mind as well. So first, I want to thank Therapy Notes for sponsoring Ask Allison. If you're looking for an all-in-one practice management system, you need to check out Therapy Notes. It's top rated on Trustpilot. It does all the back-end pieces that a private practice requires, from scheduling, charging, billing insurance, doing your notes, sending reminders, storing your intake paperwork, completing online virtual sessions, all in one platform. You can get 2 months free. If you'd like to play with it, see if it's for you, you can use the code ABUNDANT at checkout at therapynotes.com. So congrats on taking on new and different for this person. I know it probably doesn't feel like it right now, but you will absolutely be glad that you did this later on. The very most important step right now is to continue to be a great clinician to the clients that you have, which can be really hard when you're worried about your livelihood. You mentioned marketing your practice at the out-of-pocket rate has been hard for a variety of reasons. And I don't know your specific reasons, so I'm going to assume they're similar to most people's. So if you've been an insurance-based practice for 20 years, you probably haven't had to market very much. 20 years ago, therapists on insurance panels had a really different experience. And so you're out of practice at best, and marketing is brand new at worst. The great news is that marketing your practice is way easier than the tough clinical work you've been doing for 2 decades. The bad news is that because it's new and different, it's going to bring up all of your not good enough stuff as you figure out what works for you. So this happens to therapists right out of grad school, seasoned professionals, and everybody in between. If you don't have a clearly defined niche, and a niche is how your ideal client describes their problem, then it's time to get one. It is extraordinarily hard to market a private pay generalist practice. When clients choose to pay out of pocket, they're paying for expertise. Next, make sure you have a website. On your website, make sure any stranger who lands there is really clear about who your niche is. You wouldn't want them to walk away with any confusion at all. And that typically happens when we try to include everyone that isn't in our niche as like a safeguard. It usually backfires on us. With 20 years in the field, you probably know a lot of people. Now is the time to refresh some of those relationships. You want to be the first person another therapist thinks of when someone mentions your niche. Lastly, come up with a marketing plan for up to 3 other marketing strategies. We just talked about like a website that's highly niched. We talked about essentially networking, like maintaining your relationships or reinvigorating them. So look at 3 other marketing strategies and put the actions that are required to carry them out in your calendar. For your mindset, a few things. First, 20 years ago, your sessions were worth the amount that you're charging now. You cannot put a price on the lives our clients get to live after we've helped them resolve or manage what they came into therapy for. Next, do the math. How many private pay clients do you need per week to replace the income you had from your average week before when you took insurance? You may already be there, or you may not be too far off. Of course, getting to whatever your new goal is the goal, but the worry about paying bills may not need to eat away at you at this point. And then know that anyone who has made this transition has felt this way. It is part of the process of transitioning to private pay. You are not alone. Today's free worksheet is going to help you lay out a marketing plan. You can find that using the link. And if you need more direction with marketing, we have an extremely thorough marketing course in the Abundance Party. It's $69 a month. You can learn everything you need to get your practice where you want it. And if anyone listening is wondering about getting off insurance panels, the Abundance Party also has a course called How to Get Off Insurance Without Going Broke and Feeling Guilty. That's $69 a month, gets you both courses and more. So if you have questions for Ask Allison, please DM us over on Instagram where we're abundance_practice_building.